Hello, this is Doris again, and I thought I would share a little video tour of my scrap space, my craft room, my planner heaven, whatever you'd like to call it, depending on what it is that you do. But lots of crafty goodness goes on in here, and homework help and Lego building and stuff like that. Anyway, I've shared a couple tours on my blog, but just pictures. I've never done a video, so since I'm into YouTube lately, I thought I would try that out. There's my kitty, my little three-legged kitty napping. I'm probably going to disturb her. So yeah, I got this space tidy. Notice I didn't say clean because I didn't vacuum or dust. That would be asking too much of me. But anyway, this is actually my son's changing table. He's almost 12 now, so I've had this a really long time. And I like repurposing things. I think that's a good thing to do. So, also, actually, the baskets down here on the bottom, and yeah, some of those were on his changing table too, holding his diapers and stuff. So this is great way to use it. The bottom shelf, I have my thickers, and I'm going to need to purge those soon because I don't let them outgrow this basket. It's big enough that I don't need to have more than it holds. And my punches, I still use those from time to time. This is just random crap. More random crap. I like this drawer. I've never found a big use for it, but it's cool. Vintage. I like a lot of vintage things too. Then on the top shelf, some pattern paper. I've purged a lot of that over the years, so it's manageable now. This one holds mostly stickers and some other random things. Alphabet stickers I have divided by colorful ones and then neutral ones. And this has pattern paper scraps in the Roy G. Biv format, because why would you do anything else? Roy is so cool. This basket was actually a shopping basket at my old scrapbook store before it closed. It's been around a while too. Then this is really cool. Let me see if I can back out. This is a vintage library table. That big shelf across the back is actually double-sided. So it was meant to sit in the center of the table, but I have it pushed against the wall, and I'm planning to use the back side for storage. I haven't gotten around to it yet. But this was actually my scrapbook store before it closed too, and a friend bought it, and then she didn't want any more, so I bought it from her. So also, I've got I need to paint my walls. Don't look at that nail hole, please. I have my ribbons in the Roy G. Biv. Some of those jars my mom gave me. She liked vintage too. And then most of them I bought at Target. The trays are also on the top row. Those are from Target too. I bought them probably over the course of a couple years in the dishes section. And I'm on a scrapbooking kit club team, so I keep my kits in those each month, and I have 2 of them cleaned out right now, which is good. I'll leave the kits in there until I feel like I've used it or I have enough time. I need to quit scratching my shoulder. It makes the camera bounce. I leave them in there until I have time to work with them sufficiently. And then the back corner one has like neutral random paper scraps and things in it. I use that a lot. So I have a sewing machine that I can pull out and use. Some albums I'm working on. This is mostly vintage papers and some old planners. Look at this. This is how I used to do planners pretty recently. One is from, this one's from 2014, guys. So I used to do spiral bounds, and this one, I used to just do the ones that school gave me. I'm moving up in the world, y'all. These are definitely a treat right here. I have vintage goodies in all this. Vintage ephemera. That is like, that's what happiness looks like right there. These are all full of vintage ephemera. Every last one makes me happy. These are prescription files, vintage as well. This is an old little post office door that I got, that I put my dad's army picture in. Love that. These have, let's see, sewing supplies and my heat embosser. I try not to put stuff in there. I don't do well if I can't see it, so I only put stuff in there that it's okay if I don't see it on a regular basis. A lot of this vintage stuff I get from an online website called JBS Mercantile, and she is local, so I take pictures for her website. I work for her a little bit, but that's where I get most of my stuff. This is just randomness. Some pictures that I can work with, and some cards I've made, and cute stuff that reminds me of home, like mullet and a Florida puzzle piece and little kitty. And did you guys have those when you were kids? My mom found them at Goodwill when my older brothers were young, so they're super old. This corner, this is my nemesis right here. This corner gets just trashed and overwhelming, and it's looking under control right now because I just cleaned through it, and hopefully I can keep it this way, because my main problem is that I just pile up little bits of paper, and they usually get piled up right here. This is a little note thing my son made in Cub Scouts, but I usually stack them, and the stack gets like 2 inches deep pretty quick, and then this vintage drawer bin gets full of junk right away, and it's terrible. But anyway, I had this basket in the corner. I had let's see, I had just some watercolors and coloring supplies. It wasn't really full and being used well, so when I moved those to my Raskog cart, I decided to make this my catch-all basket, and hopefully that'll help keep me under control. But this little guy has mostly dry adhesives and a little catch-all tin there, some colors, and those are Tim Holtz Distress blending tools in the back there. My wet adhesives, some other utensils, a little trash can. I like the way that vintage drawer holds books up so tidy. I love it a lot. So moving on, paper trimmer and printer down there. That's another repurposed item, the little step stool my son used in the bathroom when he was little. I like stuff like that. It has good memories attached. My Raskog cart that I already did a little tour of. Then I have this tall skinny shelf that's got really randomness. Let me see. These are little embellishments. These drawers are mostly empty except the top one has stencils in it. There's glitter in there. These are little paper ephemeras, tags, and label stickers and stuff like that. Random. This is fabrics, little bits of fabric. This right here is all vintage treasures, and that'd be fun to play with. Little embellishments, some old Jenny Bolin stuff. My washi, I think I showed this on the other video, and just some other randomness. Little books that I got at school that I might use for collage. And then this wall, I have another table. So I have it like a galley. It's a long, narrow room, so I have it set up like a galley. And it's great because I can have, a couple friends over and we can all work together. Or my son sits down here and does his homework a lot. So I have the shelf on the wall and that little pseudo Lazy Susan. Those are both from Pottery Barn that a dear, dear friend gave me for a housewarming gift. That's got a lot of mixed media stuff, and then just little cute embellishments in jars. Most of these jars I got at Hobby Lobby. And some of them are ball canning jars too. So then down here, this in the back with my stamps, that's a vintage receipt holder. That's pretty darn cool. So I have my stamp pads in there. And I keep my Project Life albums out and open, so it'll inspire me to use them. And I've got some pencils and some cards that I need to take to school. I'm going to give the cards away because I haven't been giving them to people. Anyway, that is my room. Ooh, there's a treadmill that I make my son get on, but I don't really use it. Oh, so yay. Maybe I can walk back and you can see that it's a Galley. Yeah, there you can kind of see it. So that's my little craft room. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and if you have any questions about anything that you saw, I would be happy to answer them. And thanks for watching. Bye.